It's a good all-around bike. I can get on it and I can go tour when I want to. I've got the luggage, snaps on and off in seconds. It's comfortable for my wife. It handles real good too up. And I can get out and play in the twisties with the rest of the guys after I strip the luggage off, and it keeps up with them no problem. 1,050 cc's, it's got a decent amount of horsepower. It's got, you know, lots to get up and go when it's weighted down. The 6 gears really nice in it. It's kind of like a big overdrive. Boosts your fuel mileage up. Although I've had so much fun driving it, my fuel mileage has not been very good at all. I like the way the bike looks. It's a sexy looking bike that you can still get on and tour. The Sprint GT is quite unique. It's a 3-cylinder engine, which is fairly unique to the bike world. It's got its own sound. I could definitely see people in the sport touring segment that still want to keep a bike a little more on the sporting side than the touring side. This is an ideal bike for them. I can go with a cruiser because I wanted something, like I said, to keep up in the twisties. I like getting out in the twisties and playing a little bit, and a cruiser's just not going to do that for me. So this is a really good alternative to that. I'm not really old enough yet to settle down to a motorhome on wheels, so this bike does both real well for me. In fact, I don't take the panniers off very often because I think the bike looks just as good with the panniers on as it does naked, and it's very handy to have the storage space. This is also my daily commuter when the weather's half decent, so it's nice to have the space if I want to pick something up on my way home from work or wherever I might be. It's really nice to have a bike that I don't have to leave at home if I go pick something up that won't fit in the tank bag. Well, it's definitely a bike for an experienced rider. I wouldn't put an inexperienced person on this bike just solely for the amount of power it's got. I mean, it handles well. It's just quite smooth. Through the gears, no problems at all. Clutch pull isn't too bad. I was expecting a clutch, a cable actuated clutch on a 1,000cc bike to be a little harder to pull, but it actually is very comfortable clutch pull on it. I do really like the trip computer on it. It tells you your fuel mileage, instantaneous fuel mileage, average fuel mileage, and it keeps track of your range to empty on the fuel tank, which is kind of nice when you're putting miles on, and gas stations are few and far between. The dealership was fantastic to deal with. They actually contacted me through email, set up a test ride for me on a bike, let me take it, just told me to have a good ride on it, take it for an hour or so and make sure I like it. Answered all my questions the 3-4 times I was in there, and then when I picked it up they went through everything with me, showed me every feature of the bike, how to adjust everything on the bike. They were totally fantastic.